And we are back, rolling right along in the Dripstone Cave. You'll notice as we're exploring that a lot of the items that we pick up will either be on the ground or they'll be in boxes or shelves or things like that. There's not a lot of traditional treasure chest type finds most of the time. To when you're finding items, you'll be looking through office cubicles or shelves or cardboard boxes of stuff, which we're going to see in a minute. um, and you not only find, healing items and equipment that way, but you'll also find most of your money that way, because I'm sure you may have noticed that the Hillman did not drop any money. Traditional RPG fans will have noted that right away. Um, in Voltage, we use volts, and that is exactly what it sounds. It's electricity. So normally you can't just, drop electricity on the ground. You'll find batteries. Occasionally, humanoid or robotic enemies will drop batteries that you can use, but most of them will be found just stashed all over the place. Batteries can be found literally anywhere in the game. And that's how wealth is measured in this world, is your ability to keep on the lights. Very rich people may have things like little Christmas lights worked into their clothing just to show off their wealth, just like people in the Victorian era would wear lots of big gaudy jewelry. That's our version of that. Is electricity. Um, Moving right along, Victor's friend seems to have met an unfortunate end, and his journal warned us to stay away from the lake. So, because we are good adventurers and we must avenge our friend, we're going to go check out the lake. You can see we're still following that little blood trail, which is heading off to the right, but we're going to check to the left first, just to be thorough. And lo and behold, an item. It's a treasure chest. I know, I just said there are not going to be a lot of them in the game. This is an exception, I promise. You notice the little hopping we did there. A lot of times in the game, it might seem like, I should be able to get to that, but there's no way to it. It's always important to try hopping, try pushing things. There will be little logs and boxes and things like that in the environment that you can move to create new pathways, as well as jumping across them or around them, or etc. So you can see now that we have found and equipped a Fang necklace, which gave Richard a 6-point attack boost. But remember, that's not a flat boost. That is a percentage boost of his current normal score. So that item will continue to be useful throughout the game. Moving up. Oh. We're going to go after this boss just like we went after the last one. We're going to just hit him hard, hit him fast. You notice that Ice Breath did not do a lot of damage. That's because none of our current characters are particularly weak against ice. They're actually pretty strong against it, which means this is a very convenient time to be fighting this boss. Nearly every optional boss in the game, which I'll tell you now is almost every boss in the game is an optional boss, has his own strengths and weaknesses, and it's good to know those, and your success can be very reliant upon the characters that you've chosen. We're going to talk more about the various advantages and disadvantages to the different races, 3 of which you can see here on the status screens: B-type, and then A-type, and then Robot. But for now, just know that it does matter. Every single character is different. They all have personal strengths and weaknesses, as well as racial strengths and weaknesses that will come into play very often. For now, I believe we're almost out of time, so I just wanted to thank you for sticking through to the end and watching the video, and hopefully we'll have another one up soon. All right.